Hello. Are you trying to figure out how to create and build a community on your Instagram? Well, on today's Master It Monday, we're going to cover a few tips how you can use Instagram to build an audience of raving fans, to develop a community of people, right? Instagram is a platform that is used in a manner that we are trying to take our personal in person and migrate it onto the internet, right? So, using Instagram is going to be an amazing way for you to take your social media and build an audience of raving fans. I'm your host, Maggie Carey, and I'm with Master It Media. We're a social media agency who elevates brands on developing an engaging social media presence. And today's topic, when we talk about building a community on Instagram, I'm going to be sharing a few things to keep in mind when you're using Instagram to create your social media. A lot of times I find businesses will create their social media, they throw it out there and they leave it, right? And they hope something sticks. And I get it, right? It's hard, it's not easy to do. That's why today's tips are going to help you. So stay tuned to the end because I also have something that'll help you really gain a lot of content creation stress relief at the end of our at the end of our presentation today. So let's get started with a couple of tips on Instagram. So when you're creating your Instagram um, content, right? You have to have a goal in mind, and there are different goals. So, one of them is to drive awareness and build a community. So, things that you can do for that is to make sure that you have a business account on your Instagram so that you have access to the professional dashboard. The professional dashboard has a lot of ways that you can track your performance, but it's also going to give you early access to new tools. Another thing you can do is to ask your community to share how they're using your products. This is called in the geek world UGC, user generated content, right? Somebody goes to a restaurant, they take a picture of the food, they're dancing at a wedding, whatever the user is doing, or the person, or the person who bought your product or is using your services. And when you do that, you want to reward these people, right? So what do? You comment on their posts, right? You give them a little bit of a boost, right? I know a business who takes user generated content and shares it in their stories. You want to talk about making life easy for yourself? That's a way to do it, right? So another thing you can do is you can use with your business account, right? You can boost a post, right? Pay to hit the right audience. Create an ad that is going to allow you to find more people like your ideal audience. Now, um, you know, the thing about Instagram is when you want to grow your community, you want to make sure that you're growing your community to the people who are your ideal clients, the people who are going to use and need your product. It's great to start with getting friends and family, but if they're not your ideal client, the, the Instagram is going to be like, wait a minute, what? Who? These people like this total different thing, and these people like this total different. I don't know who to shoot their content to, right? So you want to make it clear and easy for the algorithm to understand who your target audience is. So by doing an ad, that might help you a little bit. And they're not that expensive. It depends on how much you want to invest. You don't have to, but it certainly will help you. Um, Another thing to keep in mind is Instagram is a place where you can get inspired. Okay. You can follow accounts that inspire you. Again, are those the accounts that have um, your ideal audience in their feed as well. So, for example, if I'm going to be following a business coach, right? The business coach is going to have people that I also would be interested in following and getting to know and getting them to know me, right? And talking about that, ins- you can get inspired, but you can also inspire others using comments and reactions in other people's feeds, which is a great way to use Instagram because Instagram loves it when you feed it more information, right? Um, and and you can build trust. You can give testimonial to somebody who is using that, who's posting that post in that other account, right? Because when you do that, people will be like, "Oh, you know what? This Maggie person, she comments so much on Mike's account. Let me check her out and see what the deal is with her. Why does she know so much about social?" And boom, they go and they find you, and hopefully they become a follower. Now, I can't talk about Instagram now without mentioning Reels. It is June of 2022, and Reels is becoming such a major player in your social media feed. The in your social media period on Instagram. But the beauty of it is when you publish a reel, it is also going to your feed. So you are feeding your reels, which are getting insane engagement because people love video, and it's also being put on your feed, so it's building your brand right on your feed. These are great. Now, of course, now we were talking about driving awareness and building community, but what if your focus right now is about getting your next customer? Like, how do I get another customer, right? Well, this is where you can pop into stories. I love stories. They're a great, way to kind of give a little insider look to who you are. And it pops up on the top of your feed, so it is kind of cool to do that, to use stories. And if you're not 100% sure what's hitting, check your insights, right? Instagram has an insane amount of insights that you can really gain a lot of traction with. Um, when you're creating your content and you're trying to get new customers, one of the ways that you want to do, don't push your products, people, ditch the pitch, man. You want to educate your customer, not in a condescending way, right? But tell them what they need to know about your product and service. Talk about how you solve your the pain points of your customers because you're doing this, right? So two different things, right? Educate your customer and then show them how you solve their problem, right? It's a great way to get people to, it's edutainment, right? Get people to understand what you're doing, but also entertaining them along the way, right? And of course, like when you're using stories, especially, like have fun with the stickers, right? You can put a sticker with a link and it'll pop back. Now you don't have to worry about that whole, oh, I have to have 10,000 followers in order to put a link. In stories, you can use a sticker and it has a link sticker that you can do that to drive to your shopping cart or your website, or a Zoom registration, whatever it might be. Um, so uh, don't forget. So we talked about your feed, we talked about stories, we talked about reels, but what about live, right? Live is a great way to kind of bring in somebody else and the two of you can cross promote, right? So you could go live and be you. You could be live and bring in another person, right? And you guys can talk and, you can host and you can interview, and people love to listen to what's going on, right? That's why podcasts are so awesome, right? So use a live to do that. Um, you know, if you're looking at exciting your customers, increasing sales, right? One way to do that is take per um, your conversation that you're having in your feed and everything else, and move it to the DM, the direct messaging. Go in there and start talking to them. So when you're creating this personal conversation, remember, I'm saying conversation. I'm not saying a sales thing. I'm talking about conversing with somebody else on a DM like you would um, do when you were having a phone call or you're talking to somebody in person. You need to ask questions and get to know them. Check out their social media and see what they're doing on their social, and maybe say, "Oh my gosh, I see you have a dog. I'm a cat person. I am afraid of dogs." Whatever it is, right? Or I'm a dog person too. I love dogs. Build on a common interest, right? "Oh, I saw you went to the Grand Canyon. I went to the Grand Canyon. I loved it," right? These are ways where you can really promote yourself, not just your product, right? Because people buy from people who they know, like, and trust. So make sure that you're taking that conversation right into the DM. Now, of course, you could have, if you're, a shop, Instagram shopping, you can have a product catalog. Master at Media, we predominantly help service based industries, not product based. But it, here on our Master at Monday, we want to make sure that you are using all the tools you can. And Instagram has a great help section. So you can go to business.instagram.com. You can go into their help from your phone. There's so many ways, that you can use Instagram to take your social media to the next level. Now, just remember, when you are on Instagram, right? People want to hear from you. You should be engaging in the platform, not just posting, right? Go in, talk to people, comment on other people's posts. If somebody replies to a post you made, make sure you answer, especially if it's a question, right? These are places where you can really boost your Instagram by being present. Okay. If you don't have time to post, at least spend time engaging in the platform as your business. So sign into your business account on your phone and go have fun. Just this is the funnest thing you're going to do in your busy day, right? Is to go online and talk to people. How cool is that? Right? Like, just go and be your unique, awesome self, answer questions, be real. People love real reality, right? Like, this is why reality TV is so, so popular right now. But be real, be engaging, build that community, show people that you're not just there to sell, that you're there to help them, because really that's why they're on Instagram, to be entertained and to connect with people. So that's how you can effectively use Instagram's platform to build a community. It takes time. So remember, this is a long haul. Yeah, okay. Some people, oh, 10,000 followers in 30 days. Okay, but are they really the ideal client for you? You know, there's a song from a musical that says, "I'd rather be one person's favorite thing than 1,000 people's ninth favorite thing." Right? So make sure that you're attracting those right people. Now, I promised you I was going to share something at the end, which is, if you're struggling with trying to figure out what to do on social media, you don't know what to post, right? Because I want you to engage, but you also have to have content. You don't want to be, not having content for a week, right? You have to have content as much as you possibly can. Well, Master at Media has painless posting. We've created this product to help you post every day if you want, and it is married with Canva. So we have a graphic that you can click on, you can tweak and brand, you can copy and paste our painless posting caption. You tweak it a little bit so that it speaks to your brand, your products and services, and you post it, and you can do that in less than 5 minutes. If that's something that you're interested in, or if you're really struggling to see if your social media is hitting the mark, um, give me a call. Check out Painless Posting. We have a 7-day free trial. Just go on and check it out. And if you're still struggling, pop on over to Master It Media. We offer people a quick audit to help them figure out why their social media may not be hitting the mark. Well, that's our Master It Monday for today. I hope you found the information helpful. If you did, make sure you give us that thumbs up, leave us a comment or a question below, and make sure you follow us on all the socials at Master It Media. Check out our Painless Posting. And remember, when you're building a community, it takes time, but it's real simple. Just be you, and you'll be rock star on social media. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your Monday. Make sure that you come back next Monday at 2 o'clock Eastern, where we'll be sharing more tips and tricks on how you can make the most of your social media. Have a fabulous day, everyone.